CBSI, what's up everybody? It's your boy Ultra Maximus, coming from Cybertron, Central Florida, post-Hurricane Irmagheddon. I had a little bit of a evacuation situation because, of course, I got a little baby boy, so we got out of Dodge for the little scenario there. And yeah, while I was out of town, I managed to do some bin diving. I got some Wednesday books, of course, I picked up. So we got a couple of stacks to go through here today. Got a pretty long one, man. I think this might be a pretty long pickup video. Might be my biggest yet. So we'll see. So come check it out. So starting off the list we got here. Yeah, there's goods in that box. Don't you worry. We'll get to that. So we're gonna start off with the Harley Quinn specials. Got the Perillo variant. Got that over there at the Second and Charles / Books A Million. And of course we got the Jim Lee variant because in my opinion those were two pieces of artwork that I appreciated very, very much. So good looking book. And then we got Old Man Logan 28 and of course the Venomized variant. Picked up a couple copies of Rose for that Finch artwork there. Good looking 9/8 candidates. Anybody else reading Weapon X? Got some Weapon X number 8s. As John Z would say, too much RL. Already got too much RL for the list. So, yeah, we got some Bloodstrike number 3, which is actually just the flip side of Youngblood number 5. Jenny Frisian. Excellent. And then picked up all 3 covers, of course, for the Oz Effect here, part 1. We got the regular cover turned into cover B variant. We've got the cover B turned into cover C variant. And then we've got the lenticular. Gotta say, that's pretty cool. If you read the story, I think it's a good read. I think it's a great read, actually. Alright. And then this book's the talk of the week too, right? We've got Teen Titans number 12, Dark Knight's Metal tie-in, got the first full appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. And of course on that regular cover he's over there, right there in that corner. And then we got another Star Wars action figure. I don't know if there's anybody else out there like me still picking up every single one of them. Got a couple gaps to fill, of course, some of them store exclusives and things. Venomized Sabretooth versus Wolverine. And the U cover, apparently this was selling for more than cover price at pre-release, which is ridiculous because it's a regular cover. Doesn't your store order any of these things? Anyway, Realm. Yeah, thanks to the heads up on CBSI, I was able to nab these 2 things. Very first thing Wednesday morning at a comic shop, not in my own hometown. So I'm sorry if I was invading your space and you had your name on these books. I was there. Picked this one up too when I was picking up that Perillo variant, and I'm actually kind of shocked to see that it's not doing too well in the aftermarket. Neither is the 1 in 50. 1 in 50's kind of crashed on that one too. Deadpool secret variants. One of the few Deadpool variants I'm still chasing after too. Jessica Jones. Some of the pool of Gwen. There's not Gwen Stacy, of course. And then, of course, yeah, we got the Art Germ. Got 2 copies of that. So there's that, and then of course there is Jimmy in the background. He just finished the pre-show, and he's going to put together a chair in the background. So I'm gonna give Jimmy some play on that one. All right, the goods, however, I mean these were like new books, so these were all cover price. I don't think there were anything in there that I got this Wednesday that wasn't cover in that stack, but. Just dropped some things. Whatever. Alright, so the goods, however, is I got this entire run of Preacher. So this is issue 43. This one's like an 8.5 copy. That was probably like one of the worst books in the whole run. But 43, 42, 28, 27, 25, 24, 23 still in the poly bag, 22, 21, all the way back to issue 21, all the way back to issue 5, I think, or 6, 7, yeah, all the way back to issue 6, and then of course issue number 3. The sickest part is I nabbed this entire stack of Preacher for $1 a piece, and that was just some dollar bin diving where I was at, which I think was excellent. So that's a stack of books that I wasn't even sure, because I knew that the Preacher's kind of cooled off a little bit, or at least I thought it has. Probably just cooled off in between seasons, but definitely some cool covers going on here. I'm going to cover up Jimmy and his masterpiece work going on, putting a chair in the background. Yeah, some of these Preacher books, man, they are something else, for sure. Don't mind my naked walls. I cleaned up because of the hurricane, pulled everything off. So yeah, I think I did really well on this little grab here. Preacher's not my thing though, so I definitely bought these for a flip. So I'm gonna start going through grading them, getting them listed somewhere. Yeah, get them listed somewhere. CBSI shops. And then, yeah, some more dollar bin books. So this is crazy, but I was able to obtain this book for $1. First appearance Sonic the Hedgehog, also for $1. Gen 13 Campbell variant, number 1 for the ongoing series, not the mini-series. And then one of my secret guilty pleasures right now that I'm actually chasing down is a full run of newsstand variants for the Gen 13 run with Campbell. Kind of, but Jim Lee, did some fill-in issues. Jim Lee actually did issues 6 and 7, and then Campbell was done on a lot of them, but he was actually done on the series, I think, around issue 20, and was just doing covers for a little while there, and then I think his final issue was issue 25 or whatever. But, oh yeah, so all these dollar books here. So Shadowhawk 1, newsstand. This right here, I'm proud to say this wasn't $1. This was 95 cents. So was this one. And actually, I'm really shocked at how decent a copy this thing is with a press. I mean, this book, let alone in high grade, impossible to find. But that's probably like a 9.0 on a good day after a press. Yeah, I picked this up because Jim Lee or Jeff Scott Campbell's, I'm sorry, first professional work for Image is in here. So I don't know if you Campbell collectors out there knew that, but that's definitely a book you probably want if you're a Campbell collector. Everybody talking about Thanos and the Black Order, and some of those books are getting a little pricey. So Nightwing, everybody knew that he just got cast, and I am proud to also say that these two were both 95 cents a piece. This one also 5 Ronin Psylocke variant. It's a decent cover. Sells for a decent amount of money. More Image newsstand. Duke. And then when everybody was going after all the DC variants, I was actually out in Seattle, and I managed to find an Adam Hughes Legionnaires number 16 in newsstand. And then when I was diving this past Irmagheddon, I was able to locate a Legionnaires 14 newsstand. So I got a newsstand for both those Hughes covers. There's probably the other 2 Hughes covers out there as well. Here we got Splat, Steve Blatt, Moon Knight 59, also Buck, Fool Killer, and I gotta say, one of my guilty pleasures is indeed the Liefeld 1 in 50 variant for that Fool Killer 6-issue series that just wrapped up. They tried to pump in a lot of these characters with the Deadpool Mercs for Money. Didn't really work out, I guess, as far as Marvel sales, of course, because Marvel doesn't know how to advertise, and Marvel doesn't know how to also keep an art team and a writer team on a book for long enough to actually make sales happen. So, yeah, I'm talking to you, Marvel. All right, so Fool Killer was good. This one also, so I was at this mall, and, I was actually out there buying long socks because, of course, Floridians, we wear nothing but shorts all the time. So I needed to get some longer socks to wear with pants, and I looked downstairs as I'm walking through the mall, and there's this guy. He's got slabs on his little stand there. He's got knives and coins, and all right, I'll go down there, take a look at some of his overpriced books, and kind of diving through a dollar bin apparently, and I come across this First Appearance Apollo Midnighter. Picked that one up for $1. And you know, this right here, everybody, Todd McFarlane. I'd never, you know, I honestly, I was away from comics during the 2000s, so for a book from 2000 like this, yeah, they're kind of nostalgic to me, and I'm about picking them up. Of course, Cable -1, pretty cool book. The Coveted Wildcats #1, newsstand. Another Gen 13 ongoing Campbell variant. This one's the Brady Bunch homage. $1. Another one of the Mercs for Money that didn't really get a whole lot of play. His name's Terror, the guy who takes other people's body parts and uses them on his own self. Yeah, cool stuff. This is his first appearance. Apparently this book is hard to find. There was another copy in there that was way more beat up than this, but I took this one because it was $1. And yeah, Trey makes fun of me for my guilty Liefeld pleasure. He tells me how Liefeld sucks and all that stuff, but I love this kind of stuff because that's just, I don't care who you are, that's funny. All right, Jim Lee, you mean Stan's kid? And picked up these two Blood Wolf, the Run OJ Run, and then of course the other variant cover for this thing. And then digging through, yeah, don't adjust your screen. That's not the silver logo. That is indeed a gold logo Supreme for $1, which I think, you know, not bad. And I picked this up because honestly, it's such a good looking copy of the book that I just had to get it. And then everybody loves some art germ, right? Ooh, lens flare for you. Doesn't that make the book look better when the lens flares? Alright, and then deep in the depths of the box, we're starting to get to the books that actually started costing me more than $1. But, you know, still, they were all pretty much bargain buys. This one right here, Suicide Kings #1 was $3. Deadpool Game of Death, $3. This one right here, $3. This one right here, cover at $4, which wasn't really a big deal. This one right here, also cover at $4. Lost Light, one of my Transformers books. Of course, everybody knows me as the Transformers fanatic. Yeah, so, you know, this is a book that, you know, this is probably the cleanest copy of this book that I've seen. I've now shopped for it in a couple of states. But this was a book that came into my local comic shop so beaten to shit. Pardon my French. But yeah, so I was just thankful to be able to find one. So I found one diving through some bins while I was out. Now, this one right here is an interesting book because, of course, everybody knows Cable and Deadpool ended at issue 50, 49 is the setup. I'm going to get back to that book in a second. The Deadpool and the GLI, so this is Deadpool and Squirrel Girl. It's just hilarious stuff. Everybody was talking about Clayton Crane lately, or if there were some people who were talking about Clayton Crane. I don't know about everybody, but if you're not, you should be. But this is that X-Force #14 second print variant with a wraparound Clayton Crane cover. And this one I nabbed for $3 as well. And this one is a personal collection book for me, so looks like a 9/8 candidate. I'm going to try to get it pressed and slabbed. You know, actually, I mentioned something to Jimmy about this, about Malev, and or Malev, however you pronounce it, and just discussing how awesome his artwork is, and how it all is awesome, and how Infamous Iron Man honestly just doesn't get enough attention. Dr. Doom, you know, trying to be a redemptious hero, and going through a little bit of a personal struggle, insane stuff. Yeah, cover price for that one. This right here, everybody knows Justice League movie's coming out. And that right there is indeed a Justice League #1 8th printing, the coveted Unreal 8th printing. Yeah, that one cost me $4.95. The Cable, I paid cover price for it, $4. Cover price for this Deadpool Secret Comic variant, that was a gap in my collection. And then here's another one of those books that, you know, on release day, kind of like that Harley Quinn 22, is just absolutely beat the shit on every single store I went to, so I couldn't find one for a while. It was just one of those books I held out on buying. Didn't really jump the gun, try to buy it online. Wasn't really in a hurry to. You know, this book definitely needs to be talked about more. Cable, Deadpool, and Hope. Yeah, Cable, Deadpool, and Hope. I got an article, I think, or something written up. I'm going to send to the guys and see what they think about it and see if it's CBSI worthy. If not, I'll post up a little something about it on the main page. Now, of course, this right here, Avengers Ultron Revolution, the first Ms. Marvel in that, in that universe. Good stuff. Picked those up for cover. And talking about this on CBSI, I thought this was the earliest cover, but it turns out the #1 Virgin variant actually is the earliest cover appearance of Ronin. So kudos to that. And for any of my Transformers readers, this right here is Till All Are One #12, the retail incentive cover for #12. And in this issue, we actually get to see what Starscream would have looked like if his spark was not yanked and placed into a preformed body that looked like 20 of his best friends. So it's considering, some Transformers people are considering it the first actual real appearance of the genuine Starscream. Good stuff. If you read this book, there's some controversial storylines because they're trying to force gender and all sorts of real life situation stuff into robots and stuff, and some people are getting a little antsy about it. I think it's kind of dumb. I think they should just ignore humans and focus on the robots. But that's just me. But right here, this is probably the most expensive book I bought all week. I'm glad it's a 9/8 candidate because I've tried to buy this book 3 times, I think, now. And first time, Heroes in, what is it? Not Heroes and Fantasies. Yeah, actually, the Texas guys, Heroes and Fantasies. So, I bought one off of eBay, and these guys just packed it like shit. And it arrived, beat the crap. And I told them I wanted to send it back, and they just didn't want to They didn't want me to send it back. They just refunded me and blocked me. So, hey, thanks for the free toilet paper, because basically when a variant is destroyed like that, it's basically all it's good for. It's good for TP. So, finally got that, and then, it's just funny that I picked up one of these because it was $3, just because I know, Chimera. And then somebody was talking about it on the main page, and I know that Trey had brought this up a long time ago, and he's absolutely right. Her spec is definitely a long hold, but it's good stuff. Now this right here, I've been holding out trying to find a good, nice, clean, white copy of this book, because a lot of times when I see it, it is absolutely just stained yellow, black stains from riding without a bag and board on it forever. But yeah, this one right here, this one was a whole $2. So that was cool. And then pink cover for this one. It's that Misty Knight, Black Cat, and White Tiger cover for all you anime fans. This one right here is kind of cool. This is actually the latest Action Comics reprint. This one's the one from Loot Crate. And then inside it did come bagged and boarded, but it also has this little DC Comics certificate of authenticity. Oh, look at that! Yeah, it came in the Loot Crate. So paid $3 for that one. And then Death of Superman right here. This one was $2. Still in the polybag, Memorial Edition. Everybody remembers how that one's going to put their kids through college. Well, I'm going to put my kid through college now. Yay! Congratulations, right? All right, so we got Deadpool #19, of course. Monkey Business, first cameo of Hit Monkey, and then we have this wonderful guy right here, Cable and Deadpool #50. Yeah, surprisingly enough, I paid $3 for this book, and this is the second copy now I now own of this book, which is pretty funny. So this book, of course, I wrote a little bit of a spec about that because I could have swore that, it was Venom and all that stuff. And then, I bought 49 while I was out this weekend, while I was out of town. So I'm going to pull 49 out here. But in 49, I could have sworn when I saw something that I just wanted to point out real quick. So there was some naysaying about, oh, it's not really Venom, it doesn't call himself Venom Pool. you know, all right. So we're gonna put that to rest. So because I think in here, Ben Grimm, at the very end of this book. Okay. So, Ben Grimm's transporting the symbiote. Ms. Marvel's right there with him too. All the Avengers are around because it's the frickin' Venom symbiote. And then Deadpool comes in from the Savage Land, like a savage, gets in here, and, you know, knocks out all this stuff. So, so all the dinosaurs are taken care of, all the armored car. And then it comes here, and it goes, Ben. Let me see if I can focus in on this. It says, Ben, are you alright? Is the alien symbiote secure? Is the Venom symbiote secure? So it is the Venom symbiote that is actually appearing in here. Venom symbiote, not a disease or anything like that. So, you know, I just wanted to kind of put that one to rest because I could have sworn it was Venom. And you know what? It is Venom, but Venom just decided to take over a bunch of dinosaurs instead of just one person. So, let you draw your own conclusions on that Cable and Deadpool number 50, if that's the first Venom pool or not, or if you want to go with the Scotty Young reprint book or the What Ifs. I know that's a long, controversial thing. A lot of people with a lot of opinions on it, but hey, I just wanted to throw out some facts for y'all. Because truth and speculation, that's where it's all at now. Oh my God, guys, I think I did like a 20-minute haul video, which is insane because I didn't think I could talk for that long. But hey, appreciate you. You know, and it looks like it's going to be a Tuesday night of Jimmy putting together a chair until CBSI comes on with the podcast. So I'll check you guys later. I'll try to have this uploaded, and I'll see you on haul number 4.